Leo, the revelation knocks. Are you listening? A message for the chosen ones in the year of triumph 2025. Ah, Leo. You, the flamboyant child of the sun, who walks into a room like you own it, and let's be honest, you probably do, at least energetically. If you're here, reading this, it's not mere coincidence. In astrology, timing is everything, and the universe rarely wastes its breath. This is not your average fortune cookie forecast. This is a cosmic checkpoint, a sacred ping in the great unfolding of your personal legend, and yes, legend is the word. You're Leo, after all. Something is coming. Not a subtle nudge or a quiet whisper, but the spiritual equivalent of someone banging on your door at 3 a.m. with a flaming scroll in hand yelling, "Open up. Destiny's here." That's the thing about revelations, they rarely wait for us to be ready. But you? You were born ready. That's what being a chosen one in the year of triumph 2025 means. You signed up for the drama, the growth, and the plot twists. And now, here they come. So I invite you, not just as an astrologer, but as a fellow wanderer of meaning, to lean in. This isn't about fear or anxiety. It's about preparing your heart to listen with the sincerity of a child and the discernment of a wise elder. Take a breath. Laugh at the absurdity of life, even as it transforms. The revelation is knocking, dear Leo. The question is, will you roar back or pretend you didn't hear it? In the realm of celestial mechanics and inner transformation, Leo now finds itself caught in a tidal current of motion, not chaos, mind you, but meaningful movement. As someone who has spent decades studying the intersection of astrology, psychology, and the deeper patterns of human behavior, I can tell you, when the cosmic weather shifts like this, it's not without purpose. The energy surrounding Leo right now is unmistakable. It's loud, insistent, and not exactly subtle, rather like Leo itself, come to think of it. The archetypes are speaking. The night rides in with urgency, messages incoming, and some of them might actually arrive by text message instead of spirit pigeon. The ship signals a transition, a voyage either literal or metaphorical. The tree roots you, grounding you in generational wisdom even as it nudges you to grow taller. And the clover? That's luck whispering, fortune favors the bold, but only if you're willing to move your feet. Let's not sugarcoat it, Leo loves a good stage entrance, but when movement means leaving a comfortable castle, even a lion can hesitate. Still, this isn't loss, it's liberation wearing boots. Maybe it's time to quit that job, call that realtor, or finally send the resignation email you've written, rewritten, and buried in your drafts folder like it's a cursed scroll. And just when you least expect it, a message will arrive. Maybe from a friend. Maybe from a lawyer. Maybe from your Uber Eats driver who accidentally hands you someone else's prophetic takeout order. Either way, it unlocks something ancient and long sealed. You ready, Leo? Because destiny doesn't do do-overs. Ah, gossip, humanity's favorite guilty pleasure, right up there with midnight snacks and pretending Mercury retrograde is to blame for all our poor life choices. But for you, dear Leo, this week's tea might be served with a side of spiritual insight. There's chatter in the air, a whisper trailing behind your name like perfume, or cologne, depending on your flair. And while your first instinct might be to roll your eyes and shrug it off as the usual drama, I urge you, as someone who has spent decades decoding the dance between the stars and the soul, pause before you dismiss it. You see, not all gossip is venom. Sometimes, it's prophecy dressed in sweatpants and delivered by your cousin who accidentally heard something. This moment isn't about scandal, it's about revelation. What you'll hear could open a door in your mind that's been sealed shut, not because you were foolish, but because you trusted too deeply, too innocently. And trust me, I say this with the compassion of someone who's studied both the cards and the human heart. Innocence isn't weakness, but it can be dangerous when it naps beside power. This is the energy of the child and the bear, a classic combination where pure-heartedness tiptoes around hidden agendas. A toddler playing near a sleeping lion. Except here's the twist, you're the lion, Leo. Regal. Fierce. But even a lion, basking in the sun, can miss the snake in the grass. So when the message arrives, whether whispered over coffee or blurted out in a voice note, don't ignore it. Decode it. Your blind spots don't make you less royal, they make you human. And this time, the gossip may just save your throne. Let's talk about the house of the heart, the sacred space where you kick off your shoes, light a candle, and ideally, don't have to wonder who's secretly side-eyeing your throw pillows. But Leo, this week's reading brings a whisper of domestic intrigue, and it's not about burnt lasagna or whose turn it is to do the dishes. The energy centers around home and family, and not just in the Hallmark sense. Something, or someone, has been lingering in your energetic living room a little too long. Maybe it's a relative with a secret, or that friend who always shows up uninvited and overstays their welcome, emotionally, spiritually, or just on your actual couch. And speaking of couches, yes, the cards suggest they might even envy your furniture. But let's be honest, Leo, it's not the couch. It's you. It's how you glow in your space, how you create harmony like it's an art form. As someone who's spent decades mapping the psyche through astrology, I'll tell you this, envy rarely targets the obvious. It circles what it cannot name, your peace, your light, your lion-hearted joy. Keep your doors open, but maybe check who's still got a spare key. If you walk through life as one of the chosen ones, and Leo, let's face it, you probably do with a crown tilted just so, don't expect applause from everyone in the audience. Some folks squint at your brilliance like they've just stepped out of a cave. Others quietly nurse their envy while pretending your glow is just a filter. And a few? Well, they'll project their insecurities onto your stage and call it critique. But don't take it personally, that's just the cost of shining. As we enter the year of triumph 2025, more light is being cast into hidden corners, and with that light comes clarity. But here's the paradox, illumination reveals both beauty and dust bunnies. So when the news drops, the revelation, the unexpected confession, the oh by the way from someone you barely expected, don't react like it's a reality show finale. Instead, listen like a sage. Laugh if you must. Breathe deeply. Then adjust your boundaries like you're redecorating your soul. No drama, no vengeance. Just the quiet power of someone who knows that true royalty doesn't chase applause, it simply reigns. Ah, wedding bells, or is that the eerie creak of a red flag flapping in the wind? For Leo, the cosmos is currently playing a symphony of union, love, and spiritual convergence. The cards speak of joyous commitments, engagements, heartfelt partnerships, and even those soulmate-level reunions that make Hollywood scripts look underwritten. The garden and the heart together? That's basically a cosmic RSVP to love's grand event. But wait, cue the dramatic zoom in. Every wedding has a guest who clutches their champagne just a little too tightly. Someone watching from the edge of the dance floor, smiling, sure, but with a tinge of something else in their gaze. Envy. Not necessarily the venomous kind. This isn't a soap opera, but the quiet ache of someone longing for what you have, connection, happiness, harmony. Still, Leo, it's not your role to play therapist to someone else's unprocessed shadows. You are the flame, not the firefighter. For a few of you, the tea gets hotter. That incoming revelation? It might just confirm that someone you once trusted, yes, even someone you welcomed into your inner circle, was planting subtle seeds of sabotage. Not out of hate, but out of hunger. A hunger to have the love, peace, or power you so naturally radiate. Oof. Plot twist. Now, deep breath. We're about to enter even stranger territory: spiritual interference. A throat that won't clear. Words stuck like glue. A message that refuses to be spoken. For some, this isn't seasonal allergies, it's energetic congestion. The reading suggests the possibility of spiritual manipulation, even referencing an Afro-Brazilian practice known as Macumba do Sapo, or the frog curse, said to block one's voice and stifle communication. Creepy? Yes. But also metaphorically rich. Whether you see it as literal sorcery or the emotional residue of someone projecting their fears onto your path, the result is the same: your voice, your gift, your power feels stuck. And Leo, that's a problem. Because if there's one thing the world needs now, it's your roar. So what's the remedy? Not panic protection. Cleanse your space. Meditate. Speak mantras like armor. Light a candle, say a prayer, or call in your ancestors for backup. Whatever your ritual, do it with intention. Not out of fear, but out of reverence for the brilliance you've been chosen to share. This isn't about fighting shadows, it's about standing in your light so fully, the shadows simply dissolve. At the heart of this reading, Leo, lies a choice wrapped in mystery, yet guided by unmistakable cosmic design. There are two doors, and though you may not know which one you'll walk through, the key in your hand unlocks both. First, you might find a familiar face showing up, perhaps over coffee, perhaps in a late-night phone call, spilling a revelation you didn't ask for but absolutely needed. It may sting, like lemon juice on an old cut, yet it clears away illusions you've carried too long. The second possibility arrives with far less drama but equal weight: a formal letter, a phone call from an office, or paperwork long forgotten that suddenly surfaces. Think inheritance, property, or some financial thread you didn't even know had your name on it. Either way, the universe is nudging you forward, saying, clarity first, victory next. But there's another layer, one as physical as it is spiritual: movement. Maybe you're packing boxes, maybe just ideas. A change of address, a shift in career, or even the subtle but seismic choice to leave behind an environment that has outlived its purpose. Remember, you're not fleeing the battlefield, you're reascending the mountain. And if someone watching resents your happiness, envies your forward motion, or mutters from the sidelines, that's their homework, not yours. Your only task is to rise, with courage in your chest and a smile that says, yes, the lion is on the move. Let's be honest, Leo, you could trip over your own shoelaces in front of a crowd, coffee dripping down your shirt, yelling at a printer that refuses to cooperate, and somehow people would still whisper, wow, look at that confidence. That's the thing about you. Even your chaos looks like choreography. It's why others envy you, not for perfection, but for the fire that refuses to go out, no matter how many curveballs life throws your way. So if anyone has tried to muffle your voice, to dim your sparkle, the universe itself laughs. Because here's the truth, you can't mute a Leo. Even the gods know better than to try. But this week, the lesson isn't about flexing your roar at full volume. It's about the wisdom of choosing when to roar, when to listen, and when to simply smile and let envy exhaust itself outside your door. Protect your voice, not just in the literal sense, but in the deeper spiritual sense. Your voice is your truth, your story, your joy. Guard it like treasure, because it is. And when messages arrive, whether in gossip, revelations, or even those strange moments that feel like fate tapping you on the shoulder, receive them with the calm strength of a lion who knows its place in the savannah. Carry this mantra: I am a chosen one. In the year of triumph 2025, no shadow, no whisper, no envy can override the roar of my truth. Live it, believe it, and most importantly, enjoy your life, Leo. The world is brighter because you choose to shine. If this message resonates, support the pride, like, share, and subscribe to Golden Fortune Leo, your sanctuary for guidance, wisdom, and a little bit of cosmic humor.